Hello YouTube and welcome back to another DTG Productions video. Now we're going to be taking a look at another article today. I liked doing it so much last time, I think I might do it whenever I see articles that I enjoy. Because I read a lot of stuff online, you know, whether I'm doing research for YouTube or not, it might just pop up on my phone and I'm like, hey, that's interesting. So I've got another one today that popped up this morning. It came out yesterday, I believe. And today our topic is, as you probably have been able to tell, The Elder Scrolls 6, which is one of my favorite topics. So it says, The Elder Scrolls 6 release date hinted at by Insider. Isn't that just a clickbaity title? Like, hey, I know you guys have been waiting for almost a decade. There's hints at a release date. Well, don't get your hopes up because there's no hints at a release date. I mean, there are, but they're what we already knew. Kind of. But I guess we're taking a spin at it because it's an industry insider saying it. It's not just us YouTubers speculating based on what we've seen and what we know in the past. It's an industry insider. So, we could just start off right here. It says, The Elder Scrolls 6 isn't releasing anytime soon. We all knew that, right? When Bethesda announced The Elder Scrolls 6 back at E3 2018, it didn't announce a release date or even a release window. No, they didn't even show a real trailer. They could call it it's not even a teaser. Like I said, it's a panning shot of a mountain and the logo for the game. Not much of an announcement there. But yeah, of course they didn't set a release date or even a release window. They were just saying, hey, we're working on it, kinda, not really. It's on the docket. That's basically what I saw it as. If they were working on it, they would have shown more than that. It says, over 2 years later, this hasn't changed. Bethesda hasn't even said a single salient thing about the game. Okay, I'm thinking saline. I was going to make a salt joke, but I guess I don't need to here. All it keeps saying is the game isn't releasing anytime soon. And according to one insider, that's because it really isn't releasing anytime soon. I think all of us thought they were lying. I know that they've been saying over and over again, we haven't been working on it. It's barely even in production. It's not coming out anytime soon. But I think everyone out there was really thinking, oh, Bethesda's just going to pull a fast one on us. It'll get announced summer of 2021. Everyone's going to have it. No, none of us were actually thinking that. Obviously, if they were releasing it anytime soon, given what we know about the AAA games industry, they'd have it plastered all over the place. They'd be advertising it. They'd probably have a celebrity endorsement. Just given, you know, how that's popular these days. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the main characters is actually not only voiced by, but looks exactly like some celebrity. What, we've had Norman Reedus and Keanu Reeves so far. Who's next? I'm thinking Willem Dafoe is gonna be the lead character or a lead supporting character in the Elder Scrolls 6. Calling it now, Willem Dafoe is in Elder Scrolls 6. Anyway, so it says, speaking about Bethesda, industry insider Tyler McVicker, so I'm assuming this is the inside source, recently not only claimed that Fallout New Vegas 2 is in development. Sure. We'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe it is. Maybe now that Microsoft owns both Obsidian and Bethesda, it's entirely possible that they greenlit this and are pushing for it. Who knows? But we'll see. He said, but anyway, not only claimed that Fallout New Vegas 2 is in development, but that he doesn't expect The Elder Scrolls 6 until 2026 at the earliest. I mean, like I said, we've all been saying 2025, 2026, just based on what we know so far and the fact that they didn't even start it until like 2018 at the earliest, but I'm guessing very, very early production, probably only conceptual stages then. So they're probably not even halfway into the swing of developing it now. So we all kind of knew it was going to take at least that long. For those bad at math, that's 5 years away. And for those bad at math, that's 15 years after the release of their previous game. It's a long time to wait for a sequel. I mean, I guess not if you're James Cameron, but other than that, that's a long time to wait for a sequel in a series, no matter the type of media. It says, unfortunately, McVicker doesn't provide any additional details, but suggests Bethesda Game Studios is focused on Starfield right now, which itself is still a year or two away. I think that there's a really good chance that as long as they don't run into development hell or COVID-related problems or anything like that, we might see Starfield sometime, maybe E3 this year, probably, because that's where Bethesda likes to do big announcements. And then maybe it'll be released this fall going into the holiday season. I think it's possible, because honestly, they've been working on Starfield for quite some time, and they've been showing more and more. And there was that big leak, I think it was last fall, where it showed quite a bit of stuff that looked pretty close to being done, at least for a Bethesda game. So honestly, I think Starfield has a good chance of coming out this year. That being said, and I'm interested in it simply because there's, from what I've heard so far, it sounds like it's going to be a typical Bethesda feeling single-player game. So, now mind you, I'll believe it when I see it, because I've lost all faith in Bethesda so far. But with being a new IP and something they apparently really want to do, maybe they do care about it. So, but anyway, that's Starfield. It says, if this timetable is accurate, it would mean the PS5 and Xbox Series X generation will nearly be over by the time Elder Scrolls 6 releases. That's what I've been saying for years. I said, based on this current development cycle and how they're doing things and how long it's taking them. And the fact, like I said, I have no problem with a game taking 6 years, 6 to 8 years, heck, whatever. If that's how long it takes to make a game, a good game, then that's how long they should take. But here's the breakdown in the difference where a lot of people don't seem to be able to make the logical connection between reality and that. They have not been working on Elder Scrolls 6 this whole time. They haven't even been working on it since 2016, since 2018. They have not been working on Elder Scrolls 6. So when it comes out, it will probably have, from conceptual, like actually starting to work on it stages to release, they'll probably spend 3 or 4 years on it. And it's probably still going to be a buggy mess that's way behind the curve, because that's just what Bethesda does. That's just what they do. And mind you, they can get away with it because there's a lot of us out there that love Bethesda games. And as long as they stay single player and aren't terrible microtransaction-ridden filth like Fallout 76 was, then they'll still sell really well, even if they're bland, because honestly, I love Skyrim, but in reality, the story and basically all the RPG elements and everything were worse than previous games. The only thing that got better was graphics, and, that can only carry you so far. So, well, user interface was better too. The menu systems and all that sort of stuff I think was better in Skyrim. Be that as it may, people need to stop looking at the gap between games for Bethesda as development time, because it's not. If you have got a 15-year gap between the games, you still only have a 3 to 5 year development cycle for them. So they're still only spending that amount of time on the game. It's just you're waiting 3 or 4 times that length to actually get to play it. My little rant aside. But yeah, they're saying so. It'll probably be PS6, Xbox Series Z, or whatever the heck they go, Xbox's names are harder to guess. PlayStation keeps it simple. I don't know why Xbox thinks they need to have a special name for everyone, but whatever. They said it will nearly be over by the time Elder Scrolls 6 releases, assuming this generation is similar in length to the PS4 and Xbox One generation, which it probably will be, given that even now, because they were touting how great the specs were and how it was going to blow PCs out of the water of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X coming out. Honestly, the tech's already a year or two old now that it's coming out by PC standards. So in 5 or 6 years, they're going to be majorly outdated if gaming technology keeps advancing at the rate it has been. So with that in mind, if that sounds like a long wait, it's because it is. Yeah, it's 15 years. That's why I said it's a super long wait. And then this is what they always like to remind people. It's not nearly as long as Fallout fans will have to wait for Fallout 5, which McVicker suggests won't be out until the 2030s. Another 15-year gap. I wonder how long it's going to take before all of the fanboys that have been defending these long gaps are going to be like, you know what, maybe 15 years is too long to wait for a game. Maybe that's a long time, because it is. No matter how good you may think Skyrim or Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 or whatever, whichever your favorite recent Bethesda release is, no matter how good you may think it is, you cannot play it for 15 years without getting bored of it. That's reality. Even with modders donating all of their time and resources to make the games much, much better. 15 years is a lot. So he said, now it's worth noting it's unclear where scoop ends and speculation begins here. McVicker has proven to be a reliable source in the past, but because this isn't clear, be sure to take everything here with an extra grain of salt. Yeah. It's like, that's them just claiming, we just made an article making a bunch of bold claims, but we have no evidence to back it up. So if we're wrong, you cannot crucify us because we were wrong. We said take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, I think the 2024 to 2026 is realistic for Elder Scrolls 6. Because otherwise we'd have some news about it. There'd be something out there. So that's basically the whole thing in the shell. I read that and I was like, God, I got to talk about this. Because so often you get these clickbaity articles or videos or like game ranks or something like that. They'll do like 40 or 50 videos a year with like top open world games of 2020 or 2021. And Elder Scrolls 6 will be on them every time, even though we know it's not coming out anytime soon. And they'll be like, we can hope. It might come out. Same thing they say about Starfield, or I just watched one the other day and they had Fable on there and a whole bunch of games that, yeah, they might come out in 2021, but there's no indication at all that that's going to be the case. So by putting that in the thumbnail, that's just crazy clickbaity. Anyway. I can't talk about a topic like this without going out on a tangent. So yeah, that's actually the whole thing in a nutshell. We might get Starfield this year. I think it's possible this year, like it's a good chance, but probably more likely next year. Another 4 or 5 years before we see Elder Scrolls 6, and then another 10 years before we see Fallout 5. So that's the Bethesda timetable that I've set out. Hopefully Bethesda proves me wrong and moves a little faster. But with all that in mind, that's all I have for today. Hope you like this video. I definitely enjoy making this type of content. It's kind of like venting / having a conversation about the topic I actually care about. So let me know if you do, and if there's any other topics that you'd like me to look into, because I'd be more than happy to. In any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.